to me, that's always like a big problem. There it is. You know, like you got to be able to find something positive. How you doing, resale mass? How you holding up? But yeah, it's been we're living in some interesting times nowadays, to say the least. I'm doing good. How about yourself? I'm alive and well. I'm virus free, and everything's opening up. Oh, I appreciate that. Do you have a channel yourself? 'Cause I always like to check out other people's channels. I was actually working on something earlier, so oh, okay. Yeah, you should definitely get one. Everybody's got one nowadays. Everybody's got something great to say, so it's like, hey, let that good information out there, especially if you own a business, and you're selling products. So maybe come little B. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's how I look at it. It's like you're selling, because you sell masks, don't you? Okay, so it would be on psychology, your channel. I think that's a good thing. You know, and especially a lot of people with the mental health issues nowadays that could use professionals like yourself. Okay, very nice, very nice. Now, how long you? Okay, so you do both. So you sell masks and you're a psychologist. Desire, preparation, and opportunity. I like that. Okay, yeah, let's go live.
How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I see you around on Instagram. I like your posts. Your inspirational. Very good.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, especially with all that's going on nowadays, I'm trying to be as positive as possible.
You make a difference and you impact how Instagram is being used, because you have a lot of people that just take selfies.
You're right about that. I think that's probably why I don't spend that much time on Instagram, because it's just like, okay, I don't need to see a bunch of selfies and a bunch of people twerking and all that stuff. It's like, it's not that serious. It's like, especially the times we're living in now, we need to see more positive things happening and, people embracing each other and loving one another, et cetera, and so forth,
So, yeah, I stay tuned with every time you post something. I see it. I'm always looking. Right now, I had a resale mask, Instagram account, just kind of the mask to help people, wear their mask. But something that I'm working on, Think Love and Become, it's gonna be, like a channel that talks a little bit about being kind. That's kind of my background.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Where do you reside at?
I'm in Arizona.
Oh, okay, beautiful West Coast. Okay, so how's everything out there with them opening? Because they're open now, right?
Yeah, they're technically open, but the
okay.
Open yet.
Yeah, I went to Arizona 4 years ago. I'm actually trying to go back out there again when it's not too hot in November. That's when I went, and the weather was perfect. So I went to the Grand Canyon and everything.
Oh, perfect.
So, yeah, because I'm on the East Coast, unfortunately. So I'm in Northern Virginia, right outside of D.C.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about your channel. Like, what exactly? Like, I see a lot of different postings, but what's kind of the focus?
So the focus mainly is financial intelligence. I mean, that's why you see I got the shirt that says "Real Men Discuss Business," because unfortunately, you have too many people that they want to be entrepreneurs, but they don't know how to become a successful entrepreneur. And my mindset is, hey, it's fine to have a job, but just set yourself up in a position to where you can not have a job. And if you're going to have a job, you can do something that you're more passionate about, not just something that pays your bills. You know what I mean?
And so, provide any tools for them, like for the public?
Yeah, I actually do. A great example, I provided the platform in regards to Karat International, just a way to buy gold, sell gold if you want to, and refer others and whatnot if you want to. It's all an option. I sell products and just like yourself, from the face mask and personal hygiene products and my T-shirts, etc. But it's like, hey, here's an opportunity if you want to. It's referral marketing. There's no monthly fee, and that's the only reason why I'm involved with it. So all you got to do is buy it. If you want to refer other people, you can make money off their referrals and the gold that they buy, and et cetera and so forth. Not a pyramid scheme, and it's an option if you want to. Obviously,
send me that link so that I can look into that.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I can send it to you once I get off here and whatnot, and we can go from there. But that's the main objective. I just want everybody to be able to put themselves in a financial position to where if they want to, they can tell their boss, have a nice life, if you wanted to, and not have to be so stuck and whatnot, because we've seen what, unfortunately, in today's time, so many people have been suffering. Well, it hasn't been that bad because, obviously everybody's been enjoying with the unemployment benefits that they're getting, I think up to $700-800 a week. So, however, a lot of people didn't receive the benefits, and it's because they only had a job that they need to, if this doesn't wake them up to put themselves in a better position, I don't know what will. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'll definitely send you a link. And thanks for calling in, man. It's nice to finally see you. So hey, and enjoy that Arizona beautiful weather. All right, man, take it easy. Oh man, but yeah, thank you for calling that. It's like I like good positive energy. We don't have enough of that out here nowadays, and people wanting to engage with one another on a positive level. I think that's what's lacking in society, unfortunately. Like I said, the basis of my channel is for that. It's like a lot of people get on social media just to twerk and drink and whatever the heck they want to do, and nobody really wants to engage with one another so that they can not only make themselves prosperous but make others prosperous all at the same time. Because I'm not just doing this just for myself. I'm doing this because I want to see everybody win. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I have a job like everybody else, I have stuff I have to do just like everybody else, but, I could be, just watching Netflix like everybody else is doing. But no, I'm actually trying to work and add value, all at the same time. So that's my mindset. And probably just going to be on there for another 10 minutes. Anybody wants to call in, let me know what's going on YouTube. Nobody's there. If you're watching on YouTube, hey, how you doing? And if you have an Instagram, just hit me up at Larry's Anything Goes. You type that in, guarantee I'm the only Larry's Anything Goes LLC on it. So definitely call in. But yeah, this will be the last time I'm doing a live like this. I'm going to start doing it via prop stream so I can actually engage with more people. And if anybody else wants to call in, I could just send them a link. And then it doesn't matter what platform you're on. You just log into the prop stream. I'm sorry, not prop stream. That's what I use for real estate. What the heck is the name? StreamYard. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, so StreamYard. That's what I'm going to start utilizing more of. Get myself an account. I was actually doing the research today. I see everybody else is utilizing that on their platform. So why not? It's my turn. So let me give it a shot. So, but yeah, anyways, as I was talking to him about Karat International, it's just a great way for you to be able to have your own affiliate marketing business and purchase assets all at the same time. Gold assets, crypto assets, et cetera, and so forth. And there's obviously, if you get enough people on your team, you get other benefits at the same time. I can send you videos and all that. I'm not going to get too much into it. There's a lot of great information out there in regards to Karat International, and it's a great opportunity to put yourself in a position to where you don't have to have a job if you don't want to. Or if you do want to have a job, you can actually have a job that matters and gives back to the community. Because I think the problem we have in society is you have so many self-absorbed people. And that's why I noticed even with my channel, I was like, you know what? I'm only making videos about topics that I care about. If anybody's watching, I want to hear what they have to say, what they care about. It's not just about me. That's why I call it Larry's Anything Goes. It's like, yeah, my name's Larry, but when it comes to subject matter, it's anything, As long as it's positive, I'm all about it. If it's negative, I want nothing to do with it because that doesn't fulfill me, and it's not going to fulfill you at all. So that's just my personal opinion. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, it's like anybody else on Instagram want to call in, say if my Facebook people, anybody there. I'm not going to be on here too long tonight because I definitely have, I got some things I needed to work on as far as the business level. So, like I said, with all that's happening now, unfortunately, you see riots happening. The unfortunate incident that did happen in Minneapolis, Minnesota is crazy, and so that's another reason why I do this, because enough of us don't want to engage with one another, and even just exchange information. And a lot of times now, only time I see people getting together, unfortunately, is for something negative, like not only just the police brutality that's taking place, but a funeral. There's somebody dying of natural causes, always something negative. And the one thing I could take away from this whole COVID-19 crisis that has taken place is that never take anything in life for granted. Whether you've caught the disease, you've died by other causes, or you're ill from other causes, never take that for granted, one. Two, never take the fact that you can go to work out at a gym, you can go walk in a park or walk downtown or go to a restaurant. Never take that stuff for granted, because I think that's one thing. When I think about the beginning of 2020 compared to now, that's a lot of stuff that I took for granted, just be able to go to the gym and work out. Now I feel like somewhat of a prisoner. I've been working out from home, but you adapt and you overcome, right? Okay. I miss being able to go to a restaurant and have a good meal, engage with people face to face. I don't mind using, I'm somewhat old school, but I don't mind utilizing technology, but I like being able to engage with people face to face and whatnot. Because to me, I can still feel like I can build a better business relationship, coalition, et cetera, and so forth. And that's another great way to keep currency in your circle. You know what I mean? So that's the gist of that. And if this is your first time watching my content, what I do is I sell products. I recommend people to join my Care Bars International Gold Team. My other channel, which is Patterson on Properties, that's my real estate side of the business in regards to real estate investment, wholesaling real estate, the whole nine. So it's called multiple streams of income for a reason, because you just never know what could happen to you, especially in today's world. There's definitely no guarantees, But I leave it at that. It's like I said, I'll give it a couple more minutes. Nobody comes on, then I will definitely call it a night, keep it simple. I'm glad somebody was able to call in. But yeah, definitely can't wait to utilize StreamYard, because I'm doing this live program to engage with you, to talk to you, to get to know you. You can get to know me. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? We can discuss various subject matters as long as we come to the conclusion that we're looking out for each other, that we're trying to make money moves with one another, and we call it a day. You know what I mean? So I'll leave it at that. So, like I said, I'll give it a couple more minutes. I'm actually trying to make some improvements to my store. And hey, Adrian, are you watching? Mr. Gonzalez. See if I can get him on. My brother from another mother. Think, love, and become. Hey, how you doing? Think, love, and become. Hopefully you are having a great day. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Let's see, Adrian. Adrian, if you're on, get on Instagram, please. Oh, this is your other Instagram, the gentleman I just talked to. Okay, no problem. Cool. All right. I think I need to get another Instagram for my other my Patterson Properties. Hey, Adrian, if you're watching, get on Instagram. Matter of fact, see if I can talk to him. Okay, yeah, and you can probably figure out why, what's happening with people, why they're doing what they're doing right now specifically. You know what I mean? Because it's a pretty crazy world out here that we're living in, and more and more things are getting revealed. If you know what I mean. Instagram. Stick around. Okay, escaping to aggregation. Okay, they get no support. Yeah, that much I can believe. That much I can believe. You know, especially people that are in prison. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. You were saying?
Really quick, so because I'm writing a book, is going to be sometime, in the next month, but it's called Think, Love, and Become. Basically, it explains people do the behaviors they do, and one reason why people act aggressive is because they're trying to escape. Normally, they escape to support, but that if they don't have that support, they tend to escape to aggressive behavior.
Oh, okay.
It have like an attitude spectrum on the top of cities. The bottom, you have self-destructive behavior. So if you don't reach up to the attitude spectrum towards the top, you take the bottom, and that's where you get all the destructive behaviors happening. So that's kind of it.
Oh, okay. Now I understand. Now it makes perfect sense. And how long have you been in psychology?
I'm 49 now, so I've been doing this for 30 years.
Wow, does it feel like it?
No, it feels like, like yesterday.
Just like yesterday. Have you had to? And it's interesting. Have you had to? Because one of my cousins actually is a psychologist, and she actually works in the prisons and whatnot. So and I've heard some horrific stories and whatnot from people's mind complexes, why they killed certain people. Not only was it just out of crime, out of passion, but they actually specifically enjoyed it and all that craziness. I'm sure you could speak upon that, because I'm definitely, that's not my field.
So you see, everybody has something that's called a CPEG.
Mm-hmm.
CPEG is where we attach information in our minds, right?
Okay.
The CPEG is how we identify with who we are. So let's say if you consider yourself a businessman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your identity, that's your CPEG. That's how you know yourself. But what happens is, as you live life, information starts attaching to your CPEG.
Got you.
Business skills. Now, if you think you're a tough guy, a killer, or you're gonna fight everybody, you a gangster, then that's your CPEG. No matter what happens, information start attaching to that CPEG, and before you know it, you're doing things that normally you wouldn't think that you'd be doing.
Okay.
How you it has a lot to do with what type of behaviors you display while you're escaping.
Oh, okay. I see.
So that's why people do that, either in jail or doctors, or you have all these nurses, doctors, boys. Those are CPEGs. People identify with those titles. They build a life around that title. So if you believe that you're a prisoner, right? And
right.
believe that, you identify with that, and you start building a life around it. And then the behavior. So what the secret is to change how you perceive yourself.
I see.
That you change the CPEG and you start languaging that, you start displaying behaviors. So
and with that being said, it kind of reminds me of why I am the way that I am and how I react to certain specific things and whatnot, because of my mental capacity, in a sense. Correct?
Right. The way you view yourself, you view yourself as a businessman, as
right.
a wise, intellectual, business savvy person. So then what happens is you start acting according to that. You see?
Okay, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's like having a glove. You have a glove, and the glove is green. Throwing balls at you, yellow, red, orange. Catch the green balls with your green glove.
Interesting.
If you're a businessman, if I throw a green business, you'll catch it. But if I throw a red concept, maybe something on physics where you don't identify at all with, I might not catch that. It might miss it.
I see. That's interesting.
So the mental stuff that people have to catch information is all wrapped around how they view themselves, their identity.
Oh, okay. I I got you in a sense, because it's funny that you mentioned that. It sounds like a person who's in entertainment, because once they lose their fame and fortune and whatnot, that identity is completely gone, and that's why a lot of times they get strung out on drugs. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's right. So the identity is not there. So the information is not being wrapped around that identity, and the relationship that enforce that identity.
I see.
Relationships stop existing.
Mm.
Becomes weak. They fall to the bottom of the attitude spectrum. They try to escape to eliminate the problem. What do? They eliminate what they believe they they eliminate what the problem is, and normally they believe they're the problem. They try to commit suicide in their life.
Oh wow.
They eliminate what the why? Because they don't have reinforcing relationships that can support that CPEC or that identity of who they believe they are.
Mm.
That's why if you're a comic, you're always looking to laugh. You want your audience to laugh, because if your audience is not laughing, and like yourself, you're a businessman and you're always looking for those relationships that will connect to your identity. Other
right.
What does yours say right now?
It says, real men discuss business, and on the bottom it says little boys gossip.
Right. You're looking for a relationship that reinforces your identity of who you are. And the more relationships you have that reinforce that, the more successful you can be.
Mm. And the interesting is, it sounds like high school as far as popularity, in a sense.
Exactly. So if you wanna be good in finance, you need multiple relationships that know about financing, and then they reinforce to learn, and you could benefit. You can tap into their knowledge and so on. Now you're finding yourself going on 360, but never progressing. You're never getting out of that loop.
Mm-hmm.
But you understand that concept, right?
Absolutely.
Get out. So that in behavioral science, that's called. So if you're under the law, you can get out of the law. And the reason people under the law is because they don't have relationships to leverage them out of under the law. So if you want to be successful, you need to somebody else that has to leverage out of under the law.
Okay.
So that's how you get people. Right. So the concept in the behavior is good because it gives you a roadmap and strategy. So when you're thinking of, what am I going to do next? You have like a wall map. You can look at, hey, the next thing that I should be doing, for example, I should be building those relationships that allow me to leverage myself.
Oh, wow. That just boggles my mind, but that is the exact God's honest truth right there. Wow. Hey, thank you for that.
I got a bachelor's in psychology, but I've been 30 years studying the subject. And so
is that right?
the reason most people fail is when they escape, right? Their support system. That support system is giving them the references that they're looking for. References are giving them behaviors that put them under the law, you see? So they're always failing. A good example. You ever seen, let's say, a woman that's married to a husband that maybe there's a lot of domestic violence in that?
Right. Yes.
And so she never gets out of that cycle. Why? She's done now. She's at the bottom of the attitude spectrum under self-destructive behavior. She tries to get out. She escapes, but she escapes to him for support. He's the one who turns around. He gives her those references back. He's in a cycle, can't get out of it. You see. So the if anybody's successful in anything they do, they need to develop people who have an expertise in those fields them, so they can level. Meaning you can't be hanging around if the people you hang around, you're smarter than you're hanging around, you're in trouble. You have to associate.
That is so true. That is so true. They always say, if you're the smartest one in your circle, you need to get a new circle, basically.
That's trouble if that's the case. And you don't decide what you're going to do with your life. Other people want to yourself. Whatever it is, if you make that the focus, then information, experience, skills, and relationships start attaching themselves to that. And that's kind of if you ever heard of the book, Secret of Attraction.
Yes.
The Secret of Attraction, it tells you in concept of attraction, but it doesn't tell you the psyche behind it. And so basically, the psychology behind that is that whatever your CPEG is, that's those relationships will leverage you either outside of the or they're going to keep you under the law. You see?
I can see that. I can see that, and it kind of reminds me. It's like if a person's trying to escape from being a drug addict, you know, they know that they cannot go back to that same areas that they used to reside in, and the same people that they used to consult with and engage with on a regular basis. They have to escape that world and form new habits and form new relationships and just form a new life. Period. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's right, because so habits. So if you can imagine that spectrum, right, going to the top and the bottom, the top is good, the middle is okay, and then the bottom is not good. So so what people, when they're falling down, they're trying to feel better, right? So they equalize. They do anything to feel better. Later, those feelings or trying to feel better, that thing right there turns into an anger. So how we equalize determines what type of success we have. You see? Do we resort to smoking? Is that what we do when we down and out? To read a book? Do we say, you know, I'm out, I don't have a job, I have nothing to do, but I'm going to read a book, 400-page book, all of it. Is that how you equalize? You see? So you decide how you're going to escape and how you're going to equalize. And if you keep on that, you start building leverage. And before you know it, you're in a different CPEG to that CPEG. That makes any sense?
Wow. You need to have your own channel, young man, because this is not only this great information. I can just imagine you engaging with other people that are in your specific field in regards to these sort of conversations, because a lot of people want to hear this information without it being some sort of a corporate spin put on it. You know what I mean?
I don't want to do I might do a channel event, but my goal is to get on internet radio stations and just kind of talk about the subject, then have them go through their channels, you know, kind of repeat the information, and then if somebody wants to go to Audible, download the audio and listen to it. That's gonna be my approach.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, and in that way, you don't have to you won't have to worry about doing it every single week, because, like you say, you just be doing it on somebody else's channel and whatnot. So it makes it a little bit more convenient, right? Hold on. I think we're having some technical difficulties.
I will leverage myself by building relationships with people that have channels. Yeah, so if I have to apply the principles, right, that I learned, I build relationships with people that have channels, right, and then talk about matters that interest the public, right, because having a channel, people that are interested in listening to what you have to say. So I build relationships with internet radio station, people who we talk about the subject before running the subject to other people. Other people hear it and they're like, yo, I would that. Let me look more into this. So I think that's a better approach. I mean, it comes down, that's kind of success.
Absolutely. And with this conversation, we definitely have to do this again and do it on another platform and whatnot. You know what I mean? So definitely, once I'm done with this, going to send you the information, my email, and Care Bar's information, and we'll definitely go from there. So I definitely appreciate that.
Got it.
All right, brother. You take it easy, man. See you later. Adrian, I'm coming to you. There it is. All right, Adrian, your turn. First time going live with Adrian but thank you again for the great information in regards to psychology. Adrian, all you got to do is just hit the go live with Larry's Anything Goes. And there he is.
How's it going?
Was that not a great conversation?
That was very, very good. I really enjoyed that.
Same really here, good. Man. What did you get from it?
Oh my goodness, the CPAT thing was incredibly interesting. And then the whole the secret thing, and then the psychology actually behind it. It all makes sense. It's
It,
something, It also gave me a little bit of a understanding about other situations and stuff like that. Especially like what's going on now, and one of the reason why people are having like issues like with their own issues like with psychological issues because of the whole shutdown of everything. They can't go and be what they want to be. They can't achieve their CPAT, or what I mean. And they some of them are going stir crazy on too. But I mean, just applying that to what also goes on in the mind is just incredible. It was incredible. I'm glad. I wish I'd have joined sooner. I had forgotten that you were going live, and I had just
oh
gotten
yeah, I'm doing this every Thursday now. I'm trying to make it a habit, and I found actually another platform. It's called StreamYard.
yeah.
And so it's actually a little better than Zoom. I mean, Zoom was pretty good too, but with StreamYard, you can go live on Facebook, um, Instagram, YouTube, etc., all at the same time via that program. All you gotta do is just log in via that program, and you don't just have to. So we can have conversations like this. I can send you a link, just like you're on Zoom and whatnot, and I can send anybody a link. I'll say, hey, just give me your email address. So I'll put the link in the chat, and boom. Instead of just doing this via Instagram and whatnot. So, but yeah, I'm trying to do this because I'm trying to, like having the pleasure of speaking with that man. I want to engage with more people, no matter where they reside. He lives in Arizona, and I never met him before, so that's pretty cool.
Wow, that was awesome. I wish I would have tuned in sooner. Wow.
Yeah, but
I really wish I would have tried to make the entire broadcast.
oh, it's all good. It's going to be recorded, so you can definitely watch it and get the great information that he provided and whatnot. But it's I needed to hear that because with all the crazy negativity, just like you said, exactly, he just put in there build relationships, and that's what it's all about. That's exactly what it's all about. And it's like you said, with everybody sitting in the house and they're getting antsy, and I mean, heck, you see what's going on in Minnesota right now, in Minneapolis. It's just, and we're officially opening tomorrow. I know you got that memo.
Yeah, they got the phase 1 opening tomorrow, and then phase 2, I think, coming shortly after that. I don't remember the exact date on that.
Yeah, I think it may be the week after or 2 weeks from now, but that's going to be
really close.
Yeah, it's really close. I mean, that's going to be very, very interesting. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Fear of loss. That's insane. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I mean, and the one gentleman I was listening to a podcast before I went on live. He was talking about since all these programs and these public parks are going to be closed this summer.
Yes.
A lot of kids are going to get into trouble. Bless you. Bless you.
Sorry. My allergies are killing me.
Yeah, I'm feeling it too. Trust me.
I need to get some eye drops. My eyes are on fire right now. This pollen is something else.
Yeah, it reminds me why I want to live on the West Coast because I love the dry heat, and no crazy pollen. It's beautiful, dry desert air. But
oh Lord, you're making me happy to see that. That's what I need in my life. No pollen. Zero pollen. That's a dream come true.
Yeah, it's a big difference, man. Trust me. I breathe so much better when I'm out there. I don't know if you noticed that because it was the wintertime when you were out there, but I breathe so much better. I've never had a sinus headache. I feel like I'm getting a headache now. So I might have to take some medicine later and whatnot. But But yeah, they're talking about, the crime rate might explode because, it's gone down ever since, the lockdowns have taken place. But, people are getting antsy and just want to get out and do stuff. And there's just that feeling that, people are just going to go crazy in a sense. What do you think?
People, I think I think people are going. I mean, a lot of people are still going to be hesitant to go out. I mean, understandably so.
Yes.
I mean, me working, like at the hospital, I see firsthand on exactly what COVID-19 does from beginning to end.
Exactly.
I can say that it's nothing you want to catch. So I feel like people are really going to be cautious when going out there. At least I hope they are, because
I would hope so.
Now, working around in the environment, in the healthcare environment, it's nothing that you want to catch.
Right.
And it's just more serious. But I digress.
I mean, you don't have to get into it, but at the end of the day, you've seen it being on the front lines, working in a hospital. And for the people that say it's a conspiracy theorist, I know you could debunk them in a New York Minute on that one, right?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I can say I've moved enough bodies, unfortunately, to know that this is not a conspiracy. I
Right.
can tell you, working in the fields, for as long as I have, what normal when people like pass away of normal natural causes when there's nothing going on. I can
Right.
tell you the difference. Even when in flu season, you can see a slight, tick up. Like, I can tell you that I've never seen anything like what we're seeing with just the sheer volume of people, unfortunately passing away, and it's really sad. And when some people, it's crazy that you see people, and then like around your own age, and they're up in the CCU, like on a ventilator, and then family, some like seeing some, I can't say too much, because of health
Right. Oh yeah, yeah.
it's like some families, it's devastating. Like, guy, they have children. I mean, they have families, and even you can say, oh, it's only the older people. I was like, okay, well, it's all fun and stuff like that. It's just not serious until your grandma gets sick, until your mom gets sick.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden, then your mom doesn't make it, and then you figure that you should have been a little more careful, and people need to realize that places that are harder hit right now are going to be the densely populated areas. Obviously, look at New York, look at LA.
Right.
Depending on their just some of these people in these other states where it's not really affected them,
Right.
they're not taking it seriously. And I hope to God, no one gets this illness, but it's, you need to be self-aware. You need to be cautious and to realize that, it's not, this is not the flu. There is nothing
Exactly.
they can give you. There is nothing. They can give you medications for the symptoms, but as far as the virus and attacking your system, attacking your
Right.
lungs, attacking your blood vessels, attacking your heart, your
Right.
kidneys, this is a different thing, and there's people need to be aware that this is not something that to be taken lightly.
I agree 100%. I mean, it's not a game. Take it seriously, because what is it? I think Texas, as of Sunday, Texas had almost 1,000 new cases and whatnot. And you saw people at the beaches, at the pool. Because in a lot of places, even though they're opening up, they're not going to open the pools up. I mean, in Virginia, well, in Prince William County, I don't think they're going to open the pools up and whatnot. But the beach is open, so it's like, to me, I just says, okay, people are just going to drive to the beach and not care.
Yeah, but people need to be cautious, because it just takes one cough, or even when you're speaking, people don't realize that there's water drops which the virus can catch on. The virus is on and can catch on. Get on the wind and then go. It can travel.
Right.
That's the whole point of social distancing. But even at the beach and the outside environment, oh well, the wind. Like, well, that's even think about that. It could be a good thing and be a bad thing. But
right.
I feel like, because of like some of these states are going to learn the hard way that, that a lot of people are unfortunately going to end up dying until, it's going to take them personally getting affected for them to, take it seriously, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I hope it's not the case, but usually that's where it has to go. And for people to actually wake up and say, hey, I have to be more cautious and whatnot, because, well, I guess we'll see what happens by September, right?
Yeah, we'll see. And
September's going to be interesting.
Yeah, what people are not going to realize too is, like, this is all fun. Like, luckily for us, we're going into the summer months, but come the winter, like the fall, when the temperature starts going down, and then flu season starts hitting, that's when it's really going to get, if this virus is still around, then there's probably not going to be a vaccine by then. But fingers crossed, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully it is.
You're going to have a mix of people coming in and panicking, thinking they have COVID-19 when they actually have the flu, or vice versa. Or I can only imagine a person having both.
I agree.
Just because that's I'm sure that may end up happening. But
I agree, 100%. And then all we can do is just try to be positive as much as possible, especially with all the negativity going on in the world, and with all this crazy senselessness in the sense, and I'm just hoping for everybody, for us to get back to some sort of normalcy, because I've already told you, this is the first week the whole time during this pandemic that I've gotten antsy. I'm ready to make moves.
I hear you on that.
Ready to take trips, ready to make some deals, as far as business goes. And, there's so much one can do online, if you know what I mean. So
I hear that, man. I'm right there with you, man. I'm looking forward to not only tomorrow, but to the foreseeable future where everything gets back to at least somewhat normal. I'll settle with halfway normal. Meet me halfway. Meet me halfway. Come on, 2020. Meet me halfway.
Yeah, I know. It's like I wanted to be normal to be able to get on a plane again, and it's like to be able to go to a bank and things of that nature, and go see a house.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to buy this investment property. Hey, I want to go to this delinquent tax auction. Things of that nature. So, oh yeah. But speaking of which, I watched the video of the sheriff's office in Philadelphia and how the process is, and it's actually very interesting. So even if I don't purchase any delinquent tax properties on this go round in July, I will definitely do it in August because they have it every month.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, so I found out that the beautiful thing is you only have to put down 10% of what you've actually bid on the property, and you have 30 days to come up with the rest of the money. So you don't have to pay it. Yeah. Pretty cool, right?
Wow.
Okay, now that's a plus. Now let's talk about the minuses because there's always a minus.
Okay, so you got me all excited. Now here comes the bad news.
Hey, man, it's always good and bad when it comes to real estate, right? Okay. So the downside is I'll give you another plus side. Only two bidders can win the actual house. So say if you bid 4,000. But another person bids 6,000, and that person couldn't pay the 6,000. So then you could, if the 30 days pass and the person doesn't pay the 6,000, it's like, well, hey, do you have the 4,000? Yeah, here you go. The house is yours. So that's another plus in my book. But you still, at that time, you still got to put down 10 to 15% of your original bid. Okay, so that's how because you're locking it in. Okay, now the downside. It's not a guarantee, but it's not a law, but it's a recommendation that if you get the tax lien, then 9 months later, what is it? Once you receive the tax lien, then it's in your best interest for legal liability reasons for you to go to the inspection and zoning office in Philadelphia to ensure that they inspect the property to ensure that it's safe to where it doesn't, if a brick falls off and it doesn't kill somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just kind of like they do in Reading and whatnot, the inspections went on your property. You want to ensure that everything is safe because in that 9-month period, the place is technically in your name, even though you technically don't own it because that's the 9-month redemption period.
Yes.
Okay, so it's in your best interest because then they do the inspection and say, okay, this is what needs to get done. Do this maintenance on the property so it's up to code. And, you've been through the dance before. So to me, that's kind of a downside because it's not a guarantee. You're going to put money into a house that you don't own, right? Technically. But if you do, so say, obviously if the owner pays off the taxes, but then they got to not only pay the taxes, then they got to pay you your money back plus a 10% interest.
Oh.
So to me, that's another upside. So either way, you're going to get your money back with interest or you get the property. But with the property, there's no mortgage on the property.
Free and clear.
Free and clear.
Back taxes.
You're literally paying the back taxes and whatever the zoning on inspections off leasing, they call it the leasing and inspection office, states that need to get fixed on the property and whatnot. So that's the pluses and the minuses of that. And I think I sent you the video. If I haven't, I will. It's actually like a 30-minute video, and it was actually interesting of the actual sheriff's office explaining the process and how it's done and whatnot. So, and how you have to pay the money by the end of the day of the auction after you won because they only accept money orders and certified checks. So I thought I was like, I'm glad you were able to call in because I wanted to explain that process to you. It's actually pretty interesting. That's what I said. If I don't buy any tax liens for real estate, then I'll definitely do it in August and whatnot, since they have it every month. So that's the beauty. Because, most of these places, they only do it once a year. That's the thing that sucks, in my personal opinion. These counties and municipalities.
I think what may be possibly different, I know Philadelphia is a, more densely populated city. I mean, that could be it. And then, since they get a much more volume of people, that's the only thing I can think of on reason why. Because, that's if I had to guess, that's what it is.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, and I think that they've done such a great job in having a process and whatnot. So, and they have enough, like you said, since it's such a densely populated city. Even though, like, great example, Phoenix, Arizona is a major city, right? But they're not at the level as Philadelphia and whatnot as far as the process. But one thing I will give Phoenix is they're way better because the auctions are online. You don't have to physically be there. Like I said, I won 2 places online. But the beautiful thing is Philadelphia is right next door, so it's a 2.5 hour drive, so it's not a big deal. But their auction isn't online, so and I actually can't. I've never been to a delinquent tax property auction, so I actually want to see what it's like, just to figure out what works, what doesn't work, et cetera, and so forth. So, but anyways, anything else brewing or whatnot?
No, that's pretty much it. Just having to start my days off and stuff like that. Just kind of relax a little bit and maybe paint my bathroom. The real
fun stuff, huh?
Oh yeah, that bathroom. That's fun.
It's like I said. This whole thing is crazy right now. It's tomorrow's going to be interesting with the barbershops opening up. I wonder when they're going to open the gyms up.
Oh boy! And even then, I can only imagine what kind of precautions they're going to take, and then because they can't, at peak hours, they're only going to be able to have so many members in there.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to manage. That's going to be,
and you're going to have your mask on too
while you work out. That's something right there too.
Yeah. That's going to be interesting, to say the least, because it's funny, when West Virginia, I think it was 2 weeks ago, they opened up and it showed people wearing face masks as they worked out. And I'm just like, I don't mind wearing it, but I just don't see myself doing it while I'm trying to lift weights. You know what I mean? But I guess it's something I have to get used to.
It would be stifling.
Yes. Very stifling, very uncomfortable. I don't even like having it on. Well, it's funny, my LarrysAnythingGoes mask, I don't mind having on in the store. But
can we see that for the camera?
Sure.
Everybody.
Like, where is it at? Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Oh yeah, it's in my hoodie. What's up, man? Yeah, I was going to sell these. What is it? Yeah, I was going to sell these. However, there you go.
There it is. It's upside down, but it's cool. Get it.
Is it? No, it's not.
Oh, it's not? Oh, it's not?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It looks like it is, but yeah, it's not. As you see, it matches with the shirt, people. So, I'll get it closer. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's available at your store, right?
It was, but I had to take it down because Shopify is like, this was considered price gouging. Yeah, so, okay, I get it. In the COVID-19, a lot of people have taken advantage of, and it was my fault not reading the policy that they put out there in regards to if you sell products such as face masks, hand sanitizer, et cetera, that's considered, essential for people during the COVID-19 crisis, it can't be over a certain price. Okay, so the manufacturer I was utilizing is charging for at least one about $30, with shipping included, about $30. Okay, the vendor I got that's making these. So I'm putting $5 on so I can make a little bit of a profit, But I'm like, but then I didn't think to myself, but I put on there, this is a specialty item, because this the material is actually pretty good, you know what I mean, compared to most of the. But I got an email from Shopify. It's like, yeah, we're going to lock your store down if you don't take that off. So I was like, okay.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, if anybody wants it, I'll order it for you, and we'll do it through PayPal or Cash App. I heard Cash App has been down today for some odd reason. But yeah, that's what I said. I don't know what's going on with them. Maybe they had a site glitch or something like that. But yeah. So I was kind of blown about that because I'm like, I know. I was looking forward to seeing people wearing these and whatnot, but it's all good. It's all good. We'll make it work, and we'll make it do what it do, as they say. So, but it's all good. But yeah, man, I'm glad to see you. Seem like you're doing a lot better, so that's a good thing. Did you work today?
Yeah, actually, I actually realized when I tuned in, I just got home and kicked on my phone. I just got home from work.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Adrian liked the video, so I was like, you got to hop on Instagram, man. I know you don't really get on Instagram like that, right?
No, mostly I just use it to post my poetry that I write.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't get on Instagram as much as I need to. I should, but it's just like the gentleman said earlier. It's mostly people just taking selfies and twerk videos. That's not really, and that's just like it's not that serious. I don't need all that. I need my mind to be stimulated. You know what I mean?
I hear
So
that.
it's
Well, if you want
like
your mind to be stimulated, you can always read my poetry.
that's a great disclaimer. That's a great disclaimer. So why don't you tell everybody where they can reach you in regards to your poetry?
Yeah.
What's your Instagram handle?
It's gonna be Solatry_101.
Boom, and there you go. And like I said, you start doing this. Hey, like I said, you start doing your podcast, man, with your poetry. I'm telling you, that's the route to go.
I'm still thinking about it.
Hey,
I may do it.
just do it, man. Like Nike. You said read your book. Can you see the comment, Adrian?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the name of your book? Yeah, put it in the caption. Definitely check it out. Because I know Adrian definitely more than me is interested in the psychology and the human mind, etc. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, I do love love the human psyche. I love to study it and analyze it. That and human behavior. That's why I said, if I had known you had that gentleman on earlier, oh my goodness, I would have tried a little faster to get home.
Think, Love, and Become. That's the name of his book. Okay, is it on Amazon? Because if it's on Amazon, I'll definitely get it.
Poetry is the language of love.
Okay, yeah. Chris says he's interested in knowing the title of the book. It's called Poetry is the Language of Love. Okay, yeah. Chris, it's called Poetry is the Language of Love. The language of love. He said yes in 30 days. Okay, so it'll be on Amazon in 30 days.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, perfect. Hey, that's a win-win situation. We'll have to check it out then. And